So I asked this question last week on the pod. If you're a burglar, but you can only steal things that mildly inconvenience the people who you're stealing from, your victims, what are you stealing?
I mean, my first go-to would have to be toilet paper.
Okay.
Because you can use other things, but that's 100% gonna super inconvenience you.
So I also said toilet paper last week, but Simeon said really the pro move there is to leave 3 rolls or 3 sheets left of toilet paper. So you can only do one. So you're still kind of having to do the pants around the ankle shuffle. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep. The walk to the closet or whatever.
Right. Well, everyone, welcome. This is our 4th and 1 podcast. As always, I'm the host, Micaiah Schlicker, and that is not Simeon. Why we may all look alike, we are not. That is my younger sister, Tabitha. She has so graciously decided to join us for a special episode of 4th and 1 from Lidditz, Pennsylvania today, and we're gonna have some fun today. So I originally wanted to bring her on to talk about hockey, and then she informs me that she knows next to nothing what's going on this season.
It's been a weird season.
It has. So she doesn't even know that her team is leading the NHL right now. Is sitting atop.
Okay, I knew we were doing really, really good. We were winning a lot of games, but I wasn't paying attention to the standings. Until the playoffs come, it doesn't really matter.
Well, no, and even then in the playoffs, it really doesn't matter because hockey, there's always 8 seeds upsetting 1 seeds, and rarely the 1 seed makes it to the finals.
Yeah, especially last year. Last year, there were so many upsets in the playoffs.
Well, last year also was, a whole nother thing. It was 2020.
It was weird. Yeah.
Yeah, so this might be a little sports, not too much, but it's just gonna be what our podcast normally is: hectic and unprofessional at its finest.
I mean, I put on makeup, so it's professional-ish.
All right. Well, you did more than me. I didn't even do my hair. I just kind of brushed it to the side, and away we go.
Yeah, I mean, I was telling Travis, I was like, I'm doing all this makeup, and I bet Makai won't even brush his hair.
Well,
I said that.
Well,
I was right.
You were right. So just to try for our listeners, those of you joining us on Spotify, YouTube, wherever you're listening to us, thank you. Like I said, this is live from Lidditz, Pennsylvania, known for the most people riding on bikes with masks on, and no one else is around. So, yeah, we're known for a lot of stuff. Have you enjoyed? You told me last night you're only on episode 5 of our podcast, and there's been 20 some. So have you enjoyed all the fun facts about Lidditz?
There haven't been that many because you just started your bantering with Simeon rather than just saying sports stuff.
Sure. Yeah.
But they've been some pretty great little facts in there.
Yeah. Some things that you didn't know. I have some good ones. Normally they're just off the top of my head. So sometimes I have good ones, sometimes I don't. So
you win some, you lose some.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get to know you a little bit. So, true or false, you have 2 dogs.
True.
Which is
and they are making so much noise.
Yeah, is that what I'm hearing right now? All the dogs?
Yeah. They aren't playing with their squeaky toys yet, but they are playing with the wooden bone.
Okay.
That all right. They're just dropping on the floor,
Yeah, because why would you just sit still and chew on it when you can drop it on the floor?
Exactly. Ooh. Or chew on the carpet. Jax.
Oh, and now we're barking. Okay, true or false, you have written a book.
True. It's not good, but it is written.
And it's
I
a
mean,
fantasy book, right?
it is, yes. I technically wrote like 75% of another book, and that one's science fiction. So
Money, please.
money,
Oh.
please. No, I'm definitely not going to be letting people read either of those.
So you are a hockey fan. Did you happen to see that play Sidney Crosby made last night?
No, I haven't been on Instagram today.
Okay, so
that's where I get my hockey information.
yeah, excellent. Well, that's how I follow Bleacher Report, so that's how I normally get all my like sports information as well. So hockey. Sidney Crosby made this incredible play where his teammate broke a stick. He gives his teammate his stick to it's a defenseman to defend the puck. They then steal the stick, the puck. The defenseman takes Crosby's stick, steals it. Crosby skates over to the bench, gets one of his teammates' sticks, gets the pass from the defenseman, and scores.
Yeah. No, I did see that. I thought that was an old one because that happened earlier in the season with I don't know what team, but it happened. Except he just like threw down his stick, and we weren't sure what was happening there. But yeah, I did actually see that clip.
Yeah. Well, I did. I woke up early this morning out because, I don't know why. And I turned on Spot Center, as the Norwegians call it. Oh, yoo-hoo, come watch some Spot Center. Terrible accent. And I turned on some Sports Center, and that was the top play this morning on the 7 a.m. edition of Sports Center.
I mean, it was a pretty great play.
That was always Sports Center was always my favorite part of going to Grandma and Grandpa's when we were growing up.
Mm-hmm. We try to get you to watch cartoons like a normal child, and you'd just be watching Sports Center.
Nope. Just Sports Center. And the thing I didn't really understand at the time is it was this exact same Sports Center over and over, because they would just shoot a Sports Center like at 6 a.m. and then play it all day until like the 3 p.m. show. And so it was just the same episode over and over and over, but I'd just watch it over and over again.
Because you could, because you had access to it.
Yeah. Let's see here. Do you ever wonder if hockey players, if the people they're playing or if their teammates do something that's really cool, like that you would on TV be like, that was pretty dope? Do you ever think that they, when they're skating around playing each other, go, that was really dope?
Oh, 100%. Like 100% they're doing that. My favorite is when they mic up the players, and I've seen several of the mic'd up people being like, yeah, okay, that was a dope play. I hate that they scored on me, but that was a dope play.
Well, that's just not going to play. Okay.
Well, Dick, here's the deal. I'm the best there is, plain and simple. I mean, I wake up in the morning, I piss excellence.
Yep.
Yeah, so as you will find later, me and Simeon are now doing sound bites. So these are some of the new ones. Ooh, we do have new ones. Do you want to be the first person to hear our new sound bites?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Okay. All right. Let's see here.
Listen, man, I'm trying.
He did that one. I requested this one. Yeah.
Yeah.
No one cares!
And then there's this one.
Come after me! I'm a man! I'm 40!
I'm 40!
So is there a quote that I used to say, because I quoted a lot of things that would happen in sports. Was there a quote that I would say all the time that has really stuck out to you? Like growing up?
Weirdly enough, I was thinking about that last night. And the one that came to mind was you'd say Antoine. Well, you'd say Antoine, but Liz thought it was Antoine. And that one always made me laugh.
And to this day, I will say Antoine from now on. And so when I'm like playing people and I'll say like Antoine, and they'll look at me and they'll be like, what are you talking about? I'll be like, it's a long story. I mean, and one, but.
So your podcast is really Fourth Antoine.
Fourth Antoine. Well done. Well done.
Thanks.
Yeah. So have you watched me and Simeon talk about Marvel a lot. First of all, have you watched WandaVision?
Not yet. We're currently watching through in chronological order. So we just watched Iron Man 3. No, that's not true. We just finished Dark World.
You have a long
but we're
way
also
to go yet.
I know. We're also adding in the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So it's got even longer to go.
Oh my goodness. All right. So then you haven't watched any Falcon and Winter Soldier?
Not yet.
How do you not have any spoilers happen?
I only watch TikToks, and if they're tagged for either of the shows, I just skip past them. And that's how I'm surviving.
All right. So you come on you agree to come on a sports podcast. Don't know anything about your hockey season. Don't know anything about your Marvel season. What exactly are you bringing to the show today?
I could give you cute puppies.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I think our listeners would like that. What you got?
Jax, come here. Come here. Yeah. Oh, now you're gonna be shy?
Oh.
Just here.
Oh. Hey! He looks so uncomfortable.
It's okay. He can be uncomfortable.
He can be. He makes your life uncomfortable enough, right?
Oh yeah. Oh, there you are. You want to be on this too?
Oh, there's. Yeah. Are we doing another dog here?
This is Freya. She is a potato.
So our ratings probably just went through the roof with that.
Yeah, you're so welcome. You got a girl on here and dogs.
Yeah, a girl with red hair, tattoos, and dogs. I mean, I'm just hitting all of the boy fantasy boxes.
Yeah, I mean, and I also play some video games, so like...
I can literally put every tag on this episode, and boys will just be drooling to it. We have 9 subscribers right now. We're probably going to have at least 12 after this episode. I'm 100% convinced of that.
Going to give you a 25% boost in your subscription.
That was very quick math, and I'm very impressed.
Thanks. I'm not sure it's correct.
Okay, so you must have missed that on the show. For the 4th and 1 podcast, you make uneducated predictions like that, and then you just roll with it, and you 100% say that you're right. So,
oh, I see. It's just the confidence.
Yes, you have to have confidence in everything you're saying. 110%.
Got it.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. We live by this motto right here. Well, I thought we were going to live by a motto, but...
Well, Dick, here's the deal. I'm the best there is, plain and simple. I mean, I wake up in the morning, I piss excellence.
Listen.
Well, Dick, here's the deal.
We live on the Ricky Bobby. We live that soundtrack. That is our motto for the 4th and 1 podcast. True or false, you own your own cleaning business?
True. And this June, it will be 9 years.
Wow. 9 years. That
kind of gross.
What is your favorite part about cleaning people's houses?
Like overall, my favorite is when they have a dirty house, which seems kind of weird, but I like cleaning it and seeing the end result. I really enjoy straightening things. So like if you have piles on the counter, I'll just like go through and straighten them, and it looks so much better. And like I'm not touching piles or anything, but it just looks better. Also toilets. I don't know why I like cleaning toilets.
All right. I mean, I guess I could see it. How much do you judge people when you're cleaning their house? Or how dirty their house is?
I almost never judge people on how dirty their house is, because my house is guaranteed way dirtier than theirs.
Okay. So let me rephrase the question. How much do you judge people on their style of how they decorate their house?
I mean, usually it's like, would I put this in my house? Like when I go to a new house, I'm like looking for things that I want to put in my own house. Not so much, I would never put that in my house. I think probably the only thing I judge people on is like products that they use. Like cleaning products.
Like cleaning product? Okay.
Yeah. Like if they
so
fall
what is
for like the branding.
Okay, so then this is great, dude. We're gonna educate some folks today. We're gonna educate all 9 subscribers today.
Perfect.
What cleaning products should people be using?
My 100% always recommend is Swiffer brand. The off brands do not work as well. Dusters. And you want not the 360 ones. You think they get more, but you actually end up throwing away the dusting pad way sooner than you do with a regular, just like 180 duster. So that's what I always recommend.
So all right.
Money, please.
Swiffer, get some money going her way, you know? Yeah. Get some cold hard cash. All right. So Swiffer. Okay. All right. Well, that's good. We just the duster or like the floor sweeper as well.
So personally, I don't really like the floor sweeper. I feel like it doesn't do as good of a job as a vacuum, but I'm also cleaning like an entire house rather than just like one room, which is what you'd be doing if you use it on like a day-to-day. So, I mean, if you're just doing a little project, I'd still go with a broom over a Swiffer if you don't feel like lugging out the vacuum.
All right. So for all the people who didn't say this and are still with us,
no one cares.
We can move on to something a little more interesting over cleaning products. So we growing up, well, I should say you, and then you got me into Percy Jackson.
Yep.
Right? Those books?
Yep.
Yeah. So have you heard anything more about a TV show? The TV show they were making?
So I know that they are working on the Percy Jackson TV show, and that will be on Disney Plus. And there will be a King Chronicles TV show on Netflix, which I don't think you ever read the King Chronicles.
Which ones were the King Chronicles the ones about the Egyptian? The Egyptians?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, life with a golden retriever and a squeaky toy.
Oh, yes. He's got my shoe out there too, so I'm just like watching the shoe. Making sure going on it.
Do we need to pause for you to go get that?
No, he just likes carrying it to the carpet, and then usually he finds another toy. Oh, they're playing with each other now.
Okay. If you, speaking of Percy Jackson, so for those of you who don't know, it's about Greek mythology, and it's about demigods, basically, right? That's what they're considered. If you had to choose one Greek mythological power, Greek god power, what would it be and why?
I mean, off the cuff, I think, controlling water. Like, I've always been drawn to, like, the Poseidon or the Kataras, like the water benders. And, like, I love water, love the ocean. Don't like drinking water. That's gross. But I still do it.
Why don't you like drinking water?
Because it's just gross. It doesn't taste good. Except spring water. I love spring water. And Travis hates spring water, so we're the perfect couple.
Describe water in 3 words.
Powerful, calming, inevitable.
Okay, now you're just stealing from Thanos.
It's true. Like, water can just, like, eat away at rocks. It's inevitable. It will destroy everything you love.
I still think you're just stealing from Thanos, but no, water is definitely one of those things that obviously you need to live. Because isn't it true that you can only live like 3 days without water, but you can live like 40 some days without food or something like that?
I mean, I'm not the medical professional on this show, but I'm pretty sure that's like the rough estimate. It depends on the person and, if they're doing things beforehand or how they recover. But yeah.
So you say, like, I'm not the medical professional, like there is a medical professional on this show. There's nothing professional about me at all.
I mean, one of us has a degree in a medical field and one of us has no degree. So technically,
I'd like
one
to
of
take
us
this
should
chance to
have
apologize to absolutely nobody. The double champ does what he wants.
So the best, me and Simeon have decided that the best part of this sound
this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody. The double champ does what he wants.
Is the bleep. And so if you can listen to this, you could get a soundbite without the bleep, but me and Simeon determined that it wasn't as funny, that the bleep is what makes it funny. We don't know why. Why do you think that bleeping, because I am of the opinion that actually bleeping is a little more funnier than when you just hear it raw in some instances.
100%.
Why do you think that is?
Because I think it's not natural. Like, it's not a sound that humans can make.
Oh, okay.
And so, like, it just, like, kind of jolts your brain a little bit.
Sure.
And you're like, that's not what's supposed to be there. And so your brain, even if you know what's supposed to be there, your brain goes through that little what is supposed to be there. And it can come up with some funny options.
Yeah, I definitely think I don't know what it is. I was trying to think about it. I don't know what it is about the bleep. I think it's kind of what you said. That it's just not natural, and you can just assume it's what they were saying, and because you don't hear the raw uncut, you can laugh about it, which I think is what helps. I do just want to pause on the podcast. We got to hit one of our sponsors here. So do you think salt is a seasoning? do you think ketchup is a vegetable? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you need to try our new sponsor, ranch dressing. Its creamy goodness will spice up any meal. Not literally, of course, because of course that's why you're using ranch. Use it on chicken noodles, my favorite pizza, or use it on that meal that your wife or husband in this case makes and you just can't stand. If you use the promo code 4th and 1 on ranch.com/4th and 1 podcast, you will get 25% off. Plus you will get free shipping on your first order. If you did not order after last podcast, sorry, the lifetime supply at 25% off is now off the table. So again, go to ranch.com/4th and 1 podcast, use the promo code 4th and 1, get 25% off and free shipping on your first ranch, and have it spice up your meals today.
Would I be kicked off the podcast if I said that I don't actually like ranch that much?
I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody. The double champ does what he wants.
I'm in danger.
So
I'm
yes.
in danger.
No. So what? But why don't you like ranch though?
I mean, it's fine on like salads. I mean, it is my go-to on salads. But for like French fries or pizza or things that like everyone around me puts ranch on, I'd rather put barbecue sauce.
Okay. Well, French fries, you got a raw dog. Anyone who dips
Obviously.
their French fries in anything except like the
Especially
big
ketchup.
Oh yes. Or you know the big like frozen fries that have like the little grooves in it? I don't know what they're called.
Yeah. Crinkle fries.
Crinkle fries. So those are the only fries that I actually dip in something, and of course it will be ranch. But if you dip any other kind of fry in anything and you don't just raw dog that, I think you're a psychopath.
You're doing it wrong.
Correct. Do you
Except cheese sauce. That
I didn't think.
But that's like a whole different thing because, like,
I mean, a cheese sauce is
cheesy
it
fries.
right? Cheese sauce is its own category. Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. What do you put on pizza or nothing? You just eat that.
I'll just eat that plate.
All right. Well, you're definitely a psychopath.
Come after me. I'm a man. I'm 40.
You used to say that all the time.
I did. Well, it was the soundbite of the decade.
What was the other one you used to say? It was from an interview. Oh, I can't remember.
I used to say a lot, but come after me, I'm a man, I'm 40 was
I'm a man. I'm 40.
what was a pretty popular one. Absolutely.
It was one of the players on like an NBA team, I want to say.
Real quick, what's your favorite type of fry?
It depends on the mood. You know how much I love potatoes. So,
Hence why you got one as a pet.
yeah, exactly. That was one of the deciding factors picking her over her brother. It really depends on the mood.
Hashtag mood.
Usually I'm just like a straight, regular, not like shoelace, but not like too thick fry.
Okay, so I'm going to rephrase the question because you're so good at getting answers out of, clearly.
Obviously.
Who has better fries, Wendy's or McDonald's?
McDonald's.
Burger King or McDonald's?
Probably Burger King.
You're not gonna believe this. I just got an email literally just right now from McDonald's. Friday or Friday, get a free medium fry with any purchase. I kid you not. That is the greatest thing ever.
Well, Dick, here's the deal. I'm the best there is, plain and simple. I mean, I wake up in the morning, I piss excellence. Well, Dick, here's the deal. I'm the best there is, plain and simple.
Yeah, our local McDonald's is shut down for construction, so I haven't had McDonald's in like forever.
Is there one in?
Oh,
Is there? You're talking about the one in E-Town?
yeah. I mean, I could go to Mountjoy, but that's like 20 minutes away.
How far is the McDonald's in E-Town?
10 minutes.
Oh, okay. I guess you are closer to mom and dad than I think.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I guess the one in Mountjoy is probably 20 minutes.
Okay.
Solid 20 minutes.
Well, now everyone knows where mom and dad live. So, mom, coming for you. Oh, speaking of mom,
Oh no.
you're going to get a review for this episode. Let me tell you.
Oh. Yeah, she's actually coming over after this. I didn't tell her I was filming this.
Oh,
and
well, that is good. She's going to be so surprised, and she's just going to be so tickled. And you will get a lengthy review. It's actually one of our sponsors. Do you feel like you need construction, a pat on the back, but also a slap on the wrist at the same time? Go to momreviews.com to get 15% off a mom reviews. And when you order now, you will also get dad's glaring eyes. Mom reviews. She will review anything from your performance on a podcast to your jump shot in basketball and everything in between. Want to try a cupcake recipe that you're pretty sure is disgusting? Give it to mom. She will give you her honest opinion while both making you feel like you did a great job and making you feel like you did a horrible job. Mom reviews. Momreview.com. Use the promo code 4th and 1, 15% off. Get dad's free glaring eyes.
Nice.
Yeah.
She'll definitely tell you to use less sugar.
Oh, every time.
Every time.
Well, actually, that's actually coming around, and she'd be so proud of me because I am now eating less sugar than all because of her.
Don't you just hate it when mom is actually right and you have to admit it?
If I could count, I could probably count on maybe two hands the amount of times where mom was actually wrong. There's not that much she's wrong about.
That's pretty accurate.
And mom, don't get used to it because you're not getting this kind of national attention ever again. I'm not gonna say you're right this many times. It's just not gonna happen.
Sorry, Mom.
I love the sound bites.
Thank you. I basically just come up with what I want, and then Simi. I mean, I'm just the talent on this show. I'm just the
beauty.
The beauty. And Simeon does all the hard work. He actually had to show me how to use all of this software that we're using. Zencaster. Yeah.
Maybe they should sponsor you.
Well,
Money, please.
we've tried.
Money, please.
But yeah. And then he had to show me how to upload it. It's just I'm a hot mess. You know how I am.
Yeah. I mean, you're putting your 1 year of broadcast communication to good work, right?
Yeah, but I didn't even do that much in that major. Like, it was mostly just gen eds, because you know how college is. Your first couple years is basically just gen ed. So really, I took one communications class and didn't learn anything at all.
You know, as college is.
As college is, as college does. So let me ask you about a situation that's going on in sports right now. A little bit of a serious topic here. How much have you heard about Deshaun Watson?
Which sport?
All right, Deshaun Watson is an NFL quarterback. Okay. And 22 women, well, now it's 21 because one withdrew their name, have come out and have alleged sexual assault to him, and no charges have been brought or anything. So, but I want to ask you this: as a woman, when you hear stories like this happening, what's the first thing that goes through your head?
I mean, I think the first thing that goes through my head is, how is this still happening? Like, and then also just kind of despair, because like nothing's gonna happen. Like, justice is not going to be served.
Right. Yeah, it's very much a he said, she said, and nothing ever comes of he said, she said. So I do want to leave it, and I don't want to talk anymore about Deshaun Watson, because we've really spent the last 3 weeks on the pod talking about it, and nothing new has come out. But I was just interested, just to kind of, because I'm not a woman, I can talk out of my ass all I want about this, and no one knows. I just, what do you think society needs to do to change so that things like this stop happening? Like, how does society change? How do men change? What do men have to do? Obviously, we know what men have to do. They have got to stop, being jackasses. But how do we change it from the younger generation coming up? How do we get things to change?
I mean, huge question that I obviously can't go into and haven't studied or anything like that. But the only thing that comes to mind is the whole, like, not all men thing. Because as a woman, yeah, we understand. Like, I would never assume that you would do that or that Travis would do that. But there are enough men that when I get in my car at night, I lock the door. Like, I check the back seat before I get in. Like, these are just things that I have to do, even though it's never personally happened to me. That it's things we shouldn't have to do, but we do. And until men in general realize that, yes, it's not all men, but it's too many, and they start going after their own gender and saying, hey, that's not right. Us as women can do as much as we can do, but I don't think anything's going to change.
Then let me be the first. Deshaun Watson, what you did was not right, and you're not going to be playing in the league this year, nor should you be. Also, what is that?
That is a koala. Because they found all of the squeaky toys in the house and have to play with each one of them.
Yeah. Right. Duke, our dog, as one of our sponsors is Duke Hair.
Oh, nice.
He chews through the squeaker. He punctures the squeaker like right away.
Wow.
Do they not? Are you just living with this squeaking all the time?
All the time. They have 3 toys that I have to take away when Travis is on, like, conference calls. They have a koala and a bunny and a monkey, and they all have squeakers in them. They don't, like, puncture the squeakers, but they chew off anything that has, like, a flap, like ears or tails, anything like that.
Oh.
They'll just destroy. But they like the squeakers, so they keep it.
Why do you think, because I was thinking about this, why do you think that, at least for me personally, and for most of America, I will go out on a limb and say that for most of America, why do you think that women's sports are not as interesting to guys as men's sports?
Well, I think
a bit
of it is...
for you,
like, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like for you, like, do you watch women's hockey at all?
Can.
No,
it's not televised.
Right. I mean, you could watch women's college hockey, but that's about it.
If I could find it.
Right. If you had to pick between the WNBA or the NBA, which would you rather watch?
If they were both equally available?
Yeah. Which they are.
I mean, probably the NBA because I know more about it. Because it gets talked about more.
Sure. Hey, do you think that most of it is just because, well, first of all, at least for me, let me take it from me. Like, I don't watch women's sports because they're not something, like, I don't fantasize being a woman playing in the WNBA. I fantasize being a man playing in the NBA. So I think it's really all about fantasy there. But listen, women's college basketball, I mean, they gave us a great championship game, and the men's college basketball championship game was a dud.
I mean, I can't remember her last name, but Sedona, she plays for Oregon.
Well, I mean, she was drafted. I think she plays for the Liberty now.
Oh, I thought she was playing in the NCAA.
You talking about
this past?
Is that the one on TikTok who exposed the?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there was Sabrina, who I don't even know how to say her last name. It begins with an I, and there was an O in there with S's and N's. I don't know how to say it. I'm sorry, Sabrina. She played for Oregon last year as well, and was the first overall pick. So, so that's why I got that confused. But
got it.
But yeah.
Yeah, no, I'd watch that game.
Definitely
110%.
Yeah, definitely in the last probably 10 years, women, especially women's basketball, both college and WNBA, has become a lot more popular. Like, you can watch almost every WNBA game now, either on ESPN Plus or one of the host of networks.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I can't even watch the Avalanche.
Starting next year, you will. ESPN, did you not hear this? ESPN,
I did not.
Starting with the 2021-2022 season, ESPN is the exclusive home of NHL and will broadcast on ESPN, NBC, the ESPN networks, NBC, and ESPN Plus, and all games will be available on ESPN Plus.
That's awesome. Because, I mean, I could have paid for, like, the package that lets you watch your team.
Sure.
I think it was, like, $70 a year or something like that. But they always play, like, when I'm at work. So it never made sense to do that when I just watched the highlights anyway.
Right.
But
what do you
the struggles.
What do you like most about hockey?
I like that it's so fast paced. Like, I get really distracted. With, like, football, there's so much time between each play. And basketball is more high paced, but it's also high scoring. So it's not as, like, on the edge of your seat. And then soccer is just like, could you go any faster?
Guys, the dog just farted, and it smells like straight diarrhea. Excuse me, sir. Has poop come out of your butthole? That was disgusting. Disgusting. And he's just laying here.
I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody. The double champ does what the he wants.
Is that Conor McGregor?
It is Conor McGregor. Yes. Who's fighting in July.
That's the right one?
Yeah. Yes, Conor McGregor is the right one. UFC. Yes. Yes.
I was thinking Ewan McGregor. Wait, that's
no,
not right.
that's Obi-Wan Kenobi.
That's Obi-Wan Kenobi. I'm so excited for that to come out.
They are. I think they began shooting that. So
They did.
yeah.
And Hayden Christensen's coming back.
Ooh, yeah.
My first love.
Ooh, your first love. Travis.
I'm in danger.
He knows. He knows he has competition.
I'm in danger.
Oh, man, now we're just on repeat. Okay, there we
You
go.
can do it.
No, I'm not sure I can. Like I said, the producer of the show had to walk me through this. So you like the fast pace of the on your edge action, fast pacedness of hockey.
I'd like to say the fights, but I've still never seen a hockey fight.
Well, hockey a few years ago went away from when there is a fight, broadcasting it.
Yeah. But I've been to a couple of games now and still no fighting.
Which I'm surprised that you've been to a few Hershey Bears games, and I'm surprised that there haven't been any fights, because there's normally at least one a game. So
yeah, exactly.
So we're gonna have to go to another game soon and just scream fight the whole time. That's what I'm gonna heckle.
Honestly, I think the first game, post COVID, I'm there. Just scream and fight, because that's what people want to see. You didn't get to see it for 2 years. We want to see those fights.
Fight him! Fight him!
Get a goal, fight him. Puck drops, just fight.
Just fight him. Just fight him.
Just do it.
About your hockey, how you became a fan of hockey, true or false, you literally just woke up one morning and said, I'm going to be a fan of hockey.
That is true. I think part of it was because you and Simeon weren't into hockey, and it was the only sport that was actually interesting that you guys didn't know everything about already. And I mean, the guys being hot doesn't hurt.
Objectively or subjectively, are NHL players the hottest?
Yeah.
Even
okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
They're either the hottest or the worst looking. There's no in between in hockey. You're either butt ugly or you're really hot.
That's fair, because I feel with baseball, basketball, football, there are good looking guys, and then and then there are right. We all know what I'm talking about. But I guess you're true. It's like you're either Sidney Crosby or you're Alex Ovechkin when he smiles and he's missing his 2 front teeth, and you're just dude, you make all that money, you can't pay for implants.
Even Ovechkin is more attractive than some of the other players. I mean, I'm just saying, it's not why I picked the Avalanche, but we have a really good-looking team, and it's gotten much better looking over the past couple of years.
And ladies and gentlemen, that's why Tabitha stays on board. Let's see here. I am out of things to talk about with you. Do you have anything you want to talk about?
How much about hockey do you know?
Oh, that's a good question. So, rules-wise, I know very little. They'll call an icing, no idea why or how that works. They'll call offsides, still little to no idea. I think I could work the offsides rule because of soccer, but I think they have to just be, they can't be ahead of the defense when the puck is passed to them, right? If you come here and say you don't know, all your credibility has just gone out the window. You can't claim to be a hockey fan and then not even know the rules.
Hey, don't gatekeep. That's not cool.
It's called cherry picking, my dear.
I'm learning. I'm pretty sure the defense cannot be in a particular zone before the offense crosses the, like, you got like the center line, and then you got your like away team or your opposing team blue line.
Yeah.
So like your offense or your defense can't be in that section before the offense crosses that line. Like they can't be ahead of the offense. They have to be closer to their goal.
You mean the offense can't be there when the defense isn't? You said the defense can't be there when the offense is it. Did you mean
the home team
Yeah.
defense can't be across the middle line if the offense is still on the other side of the middle line.
Oh, okay. All right. And then what's
think it's the line. Icing?
Yeah, and then what's icing?
Icing is crossing the 3 blue lines without being touched.
3 blue lines? I thought there were only 2.
I think it's the 2 lines on either side of the center line, and then the goal line.
Oh, okay.
I also think that's a blue line.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, that's a blue line.
But if it was hit by the other team,
then it's fair.
If you smack it towards your goalie, that's why it can sometimes like go around the net, or the goalie can take it around the net. That's fine. But if the other team smacks it across the ice and it crosses, then that's icing and it stops the play.
Got it.
Pretty sure.
Interesting. So I know only a little bit less than you about hockey, and I know very little.
I mean, I know more when I'm like actually watching the game, but like explaining it without any visual is really difficult.
All right. Well, next time we'll have to come in with a whiteboard, and you're just going to have to draw everything.
I'll draw it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
There we go. Well, everyone, this has been a special edition of the 4th and 1 podcast with my lovely sister, Tabitha, the self-proclaimed hockey fan who knows very little or next to nothing about the rules of hockey, but we'll leave that be. As always, everyone, wash your hands, wash your phones, because they be nasty. Wash anything you touch, because it's nasty and you're nasty people. Stay safe, everyone, and God bless.
Bye.